What's up guys, welcome to another video in my channel. So today we'll be talking about how can you let fear go. So basically we'll be talking about how to not be fearful and be fearless instead when it comes to a lot of things, whatever you're doing, business, studying, even doing some things, asking a girl out, how to stop that fear of actually doing the things you actually want to do. Most of the time, a lot of people are afraid to do something. I'm a victim of it too, but throughout the years, I've been, lowering that fear down to a minimal amount of levels so I don't really feel that emotion again. So let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing you need to understand is that fear is an emotion, right? It's just like being happy, being sad. I think that's what most people forgot about, because most people see fear as, they see fear as something that can't be changed. It's like a permanent object, it's like a solid form, not like a liquid or gas form, right? So one thing you have to know is that fear is an emotion, and once you understand that, you also understand that emotions can change. Change on what? Based on the circumstances. For example, if you were to ask a girl out, she's very pretty, she's like a dream girl, and she said yes, of course you'll be filled with excitement, happiness, and even feel your body vibrate with all the emotions running through your body. So those are positive emotions. What about, take for example, if you receive back your exam papers and you were to fail all subjects, right? Now that is a negative emotion. What happened is you feel sad, you feel depressed, you don't feel like doing anything, all sort of that stuff. So the main thing here is to understand that fear is an emotion and it can be changed. It's not permanent. Just like all the other emotions, it can change with circumstances. So now that you understand that, the second thing you need to understand is that fear has an attachment. Every emotion that you have has an attachment to something. Alright, whether is it your past traumatic experience, somebody said you can't do something over and over and again, and for those of you that your teacher had said that you can't study for math or English, you're not good enough, you'll never be the top scorer in the class, you really need to understand that that is not true. The reason why you think you are dumb in math is because the teacher repeat that for over 5 years of your life, and that's why you might think that you're dumb. Even your subconscious brain now think that you're dumb, and imagine that your teacher keep telling you you're dumb, and after 5 years, not only does that add up, but you telling yourself that, your brain telling yourself that also adds up, and you can see the amount of times you actually say it to yourself. So it's like, think of it like stacking the rocks. So if you stack the rocks on the positive emotions, you'll minimize the negative emotions, right? And if you think that you're smart at math, well, then you wouldn't even question yourself that you are dumb at math, right? So that is really the key to fear actually, because being fearful is usually an emotional attachment to something. So what I'd like you to do now is maybe close your eyes, take a deep breath, and think about a time and a place where you have been fearful. Maybe 1 day, 2 days ago, 1 week ago. Whatever it is, think about what happened. Because usually all we ever see is that thing happens, but the fear usually comes something before that, right? So once you think about a week ago, the last time you had that fear, think back to 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Think back to your younger days when you were a teen, when you were a kid. So where did that first fear come about? Because as children, as kids, we don't see fear as like a negative emotion. We don't even have it, right? We will go out, we will do things, embarrass ourselves, and we'll still be happy about it. And we don't seek validation from all the other people, right? So you really have to figure that out. And the question I would be asking you is, what are you scared of now? Pause for a moment and think about that. What are you scared of now that will determine failure? What are you scared of now that will determine success? Because sometimes as humans, we are not only scared of failure, we're scared of being successful. Right? Think about that for a second. Now, once you got that out of the way, the third thing is you should never ever judge someone. Never. I know it's very difficult to stop judging someone, to stop judging everyone, but you have to do it. Because if you don't, you will always live in fear. So what do I mean by that? So whenever you judge someone, it's usually something that you hate or something that you think is wrong of them. So they may be, they may be carrying or maybe even wearing something you don't like, and you say, oh, that's wrong, or this guy picks up the chick that you like, right? And you say, oh, that guy is just a F-boy or whatever. But the truth of that is, it's not really that, The thing is, you need to understand is that our conscious brain is telling us to hate the person. But our subconscious brain is telling us that actually we want to do that. So the more you judge someone based on the negativity part of it, it usually turns out to something that you really, really wish for, right? So that's why I say, do not ever judge someone, no matter how they look, no matter how they dress, no matter how they are like. That's them. We don't have to care about that, right? Because once we do, we put ourselves in a situation where if we do something, we are fearful. Why? Because we are afraid that how we judge someone is how others will judge us as well, the same way that we judge the person. So listen very carefully. The people that you hate, pretend to hate, is usually your greatest desire in life. It's funny, I know, but it is the truth. And once you decide to accept the truth, you will then be fearless for your life. So I wish you guys to practice this every day. Try not to judge them. Think about what originates from the first fear that you ever had. What triggers them? Why do you have them? Right? And dismantle every belief that you have of them. Because if you can do that, I will assure you that you will not live in fear for the rest of your life. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys have a great time. Thanks.
I'm an icon, man. I'm a girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a Benz.